if you're going in the wrong direction, you need to stop and turn around. Makes sense, right? Like, well, no shit, Coach Nate. Yeah, of course. But how many of us in life do we get stuck in this path and this journey and this direction that's completely in opposition to the place that we say that we want to be, or that we say that we want to go inside of our life? And a big part of the reason and the problem that is generated because people are going in the wrong direction is they don't ever realize it. Like, seems kind of crazy, right? That you could be on a path and not realize that it's the wrong one, or that it's taking you in the exact opposite direction than you want to go. But it's very similar to, think about some of the actions and the habits that you have that are in direct conflict with the things that you say that you want inside of your life. It's the same exact thing as going in the opposite direction. And so how do we number one, realize that we're doing this, and number two, recognize and take action to turn around and get right back on the path that we belong in, and that will take us to where it is that we actually want to go? Comes down to clarity on getting crystal clear on what it is that you want inside of your life. Where is it that you want to go? Too many of us have taken for granted our lives. We just get up and aimlessly go inside of each one of our days, just thinking that, well, if I just move and I get into action, if I do something, eventually I'll get to where you want to go. And yes, like, eventually, if you're going in the wrong direction, the opposite direction, and you went all the way around the globe, would you get to where it is that you were wanting to go? Technically, yes. Yes, you could get there. But there's a much faster, efficient, effective path to get to where you want to go than going in the complete opposite direction and traveling way more distance than you need to, taking way more time than what would really truly be required if you had the clarity, if you're crystal clear on what it is that you want, and where it is that you're headed, and what you need to do to get there, the people that you need to surround yourself with, the person that you need to become and be on a daily basis to get there. So if you've been kind of, banging your head against the wall or against the pavement, as they say, and you continue to wake up, you're frustrated, you don't have the things that you want, you don't feel on purpose and on fire every single day, there's a good chance that maybe you need to stop, to take a little time to reflect on where you're at, right? We're so busy. We use this term that we don't have the time to stop, to slow down, to figure out where it is that we're headed, what it is that we actually want, what is it that we want to do with our life, right? To find that purpose and that passion so that we could create the plan to get on the right path and to get there in the fastest time possible. And I'm not saying that you're going to be able to skip steps. There's some steps that you have to take every single day that are just required. There's certain steps, and there's a certain amount of time or experience that is needed depending on what it is that you're going after. So don't think that it would just happen overnight, but you can get on the correct path overnight. You can get headed back in the right direction overnight if you follow this simple process of just simply slowing down. Like, I'm going to be on Surviving Man season 2. I was a part of the Surviving Man reality TV show last year. And we did some land navigation, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do some land navigation again. And a big part of land navigation is just continuing to check and trust in your compass and your azimuth. Your azimuth is the line that you travel to get to the checkpoint that you are traveling to. And there's a certain amount of terrain that you got to go through. There's a certain amount of distance that you have to travel. And depending on your pace, determines when you will get there. But I guarantee you, if you're not on a direct path, the straight path, the correct azimuth, you're not going to get there in the time allotted, because there's a time cap in just about everything we do inside of our life. And so take some time, just as we do on a land navigation course. They give you the coordinates of where it is that you are going and where you're headed and where the points are that you need to go and collect, right? You go to a point and there's usually a stamp or something to prove that you were there. And so the instructors, they teach you the land navigation. They give you the points and they give you time to plot out the points. And they give you a certain amount of time to go out and collect the points that you need to go to, and then to come back and check in to see how you did, pass or fail. And there's some that rush the process in the beginning. Once they get those points, they just want to go out in the course so that they have as much time as they can to go find the points. But if they didn't slow down to take the time to get clarity on the exact measurements and the exact distances and the exact azimuths that they need to go, like if they're even 1% or 2% off, they're going to be way off course because they're not on the right path. They're going in the wrong direction. No different inside of your life. Your life is like a big land nav course. And you get your azimuths and your points and the direction and the pace and the distance that you need to travel through the clarity of what it is that you want, what's required, and why is it that it's so important for you. And then to shoot those azimuths by doing the work that's required and putting in the time that's necessary to get there to accomplish it. So the wrong direction, you've got to stop and turn around. If you're going in the wrong direction, you got to stop and turn around. You got to slow down, and you got to take some time to do the work, the meaningful work, to get the clarity that you want and need to then get on course. That's what I got for you today. Let's go.